Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. And we had an awesome day in chat. The SPY sold off. Well, really, the market sold off, and it gave us some real good opportunities here. And really, it started out slow. I mean, I was concerned at first because nothing was hitting our scan. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was just going off. And I actually got a headache from all of the alerts going off at one time. It just got wild. And there were a lot of trades, a lot of members were able to find trades. If they missed one, another one was setting up. And it was a real active day. And these are the days that we have been waiting for a long time. Unfortunately, they only come once or twice a month. And really, we need these days once or twice a week. That's all. If I could get a day like this twice a week, it would make my week. The rest of the week would be a breeze. But with the market being the way it has been the last couple of weeks, it makes it real difficult for me, the type trader that I am, and the type trader that you need to be when you're first starting out and growing your account. It makes it real difficult to, be consistent and to really grow your account. You have to be real meticulous about what you do. But I love these days, and it's just it makes trading so much fun. Now, before we get into the trades for the day, I just gotta share with you the morning show. I have got it to where you do not have to register. All you should have to do is click on the link. I'm gonna have the link in the description part of this video, or you can go to averagejoetrader.com and you'll see a button just like this. Is the morning show button. Just click on it and it should take you directly to the webinar. All you need to do is type in your email and it should let you right in. Also, I'm going to try to stream it again on YouTube. We'll see how that works. I'm going to continue to use the room that I have that we do use every morning. But if YouTube could be streamed from it, that's just an enhancement that I can use. But either way, I want to make sure that everybody gets in that wants to get in and that nobody's locked out. Tomorrow we're going to have our sneak peek Wednesday. Just like you come in at 8:30 for the morning show and just hang out till about 10:30. And you'll get a good feel for what we do in the chat room. Now, I get asked a lot why I don't have a free chat day or a free week. I can't afford it. I do not charge my subscribers enough to be able to afford to have free chat days or free chat weeks because I have to pay for all of these seats. And I have the ability to run this, a couple hours a week and it won't cost me anything. But if I try to run a free chat day and have everybody come in, it's not something I can afford, and I'm not going to charge more just so I can have free chat days. That doesn't make sense to me. So I try my best to give you a taste of what the chat is like. In the first hour, it's usually the busiest and the most active. So you get a good idea of what goes on. You'll be in a chat room similar to the one that I have for all of the members. It's pretty much an identical room. You see the exact same feeds. You hear my audio just like they do. So the only difference is if you join, you'll be in the main room with everybody else. But it'll look the same. It'll feel the same. You get the same everything. So just come tomorrow, log on, and just hang out with us, and you'll get to see just what we do in Average Joe Trading. Now, the last thing I want to tell you about my day trading the Average Joe way class. It's a day trading class. It does start Saturday. With whoever is, I've got some already signed up. We're gonna start Saturday. Rain, sleet, snow, whatever. We're starting. If you want to come in, I'm extending the special. I felt that everybody that signs up for this first class, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna integrate the Day Traders Mindset Workshop into the class. So we'll have 4 extra classes spread out, through the time that we're going to have our course. You're going to do the Day Trading Mindset Workshop. So it'll be just you guys in this. It'll be a special Day Traders Mindset Workshop just for you guys who are taking the day trading class, the first day trading class. You can sign up on my website, averagejoetrader.com. It is $9.99. Now, you can, if you need to, split it up into 2 payments. You can pay half this month and pay half next month. You can do that. But you have to get with me. I have to send you a special invoice so that you can do that. But the easiest thing for you to do is to get in. If you're sick and tired of losing, if you're sick and tired every day of looking at a red P&L and not seeing any green, if you're sick and tired of missing out on trades, or if you're sick and tired of not letting trades work, then this is the class you need to take. I'm going to teach you everything that I learned that helped me leave my full-time job. Now, I was teaching full-time. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I promise you, I didn't have any extra money. It all started with a $1,500 bonus check I got one Christmas, and I decided that I wasn't going to spend it. I was going to try to turn this into something. I got tired of living the way I was living. And I worked, and I had to do side jobs to help keep putting money in my account, but I got it. And everything that I learned, every strategy, I put into this class. So you're going to get everything. And if you follow it, if you follow the process, I think that's going to give you the best chance of success and the best chance to be a consistent day trader. So if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then this is the class that you need to take. And we are starting Saturday. So if you're interested, you can sign up on my website, or you can email me, ed@averagejoetrader.com, and we can get together and talk about it. All right, so let's get into some trades here. The first trade I took, ESPR, I blew this up yesterday. I did get a small piece of this trade, but I really screwed it up yesterday. This trade should have made my whole week yesterday, but I really messed it up. I wasn't locked in. I just wasn't here yesterday. And all of that had to do with the whole weekend we had. It was just an exciting weekend. I didn't eat right. I didn't sleep right. So when Monday came, I thought it was Sunday, didn't wake up on time. It was just a mess. But today we were back locked in. And I said, when I was looking at this pre-market, I was going to take it. Either way it went, I was going to take it. I was going to take it long if it went long. I was going to take it short if it went short. So my MO, I wait the first 5 minutes. I let that candle print. If the price action is still unsettled, then I'll wait another 5 minutes and then another 5 minutes. But what I did was this candle printed, and before I took it on a breakout, I gave it a second because it was still kind of jumping around a little bit. It pulled up, then it started selling off. And once we got below VWAP and this candle closed below VWAP, I took this trade based on losing the VWAP. I could have waited and taken it 5-minute opening range breakdown, but I didn't. I took it. I got it early off this VWAP fade here, and I got in here at 45.73, risking on the VWAP. I sold half right here at the 9 moving average at 45.05, and I held it. I sold the next. Now we kind of got hung up here, and I didn't like the price action so much, so I had to cover some here a little bit early. I took some at 44.40. Now my goal was to cover down here and then hold the rest to see if we get 42. But the price action kind of scared me a little bit, and I wanted to lock in my profit. So I covered some here, and then the goal was to cover some at the 20 anyway. So that's where I took it all off. And I felt that we would bounce here, or if anything, bounce here, and I could get back in on a retest. So we did. We got the bounce. I didn't wait for this 5-minute candle to close. So I got in again right here at 43.30, and I ended up getting stopped out at 43.80. I gave it 50 cents. Is what I did. And just didn't materialize. So I said, okay, if I get stopped out, I'm not going to get mad. I was just a little early. I anticipated this. I had money in the bank, so this trade was on the house. So it gave me a little bit of freedom to be a little bit more risky. So I actually took this trade off the 2-minute chart because it was setting up. But it ended up going back, stopping me out. And I was going to get it in, gonna get in here when we failed. And this is where Suretrader screwed me. When I went to short it, they kept saying that the security wasn't shortable. After I had just shorted it here and got stopped out, 5 minutes later, I couldn't short the stock. So here's the move I missed. I got in here, missed it. And then it became shortable again. So I got in here. I shorted it again at 41.83. And I covered some here at 40.83. And I covered some more at 41.83. It came back up. So here's my first cover at 40.83. And when it came back, I got stopped out at break even. Now I wanted to get short again. And here again, I couldn't get in. It told me again, security is not shortable. So I missed this move down. So I waited and I got in here under the red to green. I got in. I covered some here right under this 40.04 level. And my last cover was going to be 39.50, which is not 39.50. I forgot what it was. Yeah, 39.50. I'm sorry. So I took some at 40 and then 39.50. Now I only traded 100 shares this time because I didn't want to get stuck in something. I didn't know what was going on with Suretrader in this stock, but it cost me probably about $200 more profit because I couldn't get back in when I wanted to. And when I'm trading with a small account, I'm going to have a little bit more tickets because I'm going to take the move and then get back in I'm going to sell through and then I'm going to short the pop. I'm going to sell through and short the pop. And that's what I was doing. But I couldn't do it. So I was pretty frustrated with Suretrader, but I didn't let it take me out of my game. So through all of that, even with the stop out, I got 271.24. With minus commissions, it'll probably be around 230, somewhere in there tomorrow. But still not bad. I didn't have the only bad feeling I had about this was, how Suretrader messed me up. But that's the reason why we have to focus and we have to grow our account so that we can get out of here. So that we won't be in a broker that restricts margin on half the stocks that people want to trade. That's it gets frustrating. All right, so next trade was CAR, and this was kind of a trend continuation trade. I was hoping that this would pull back. Now this hit our RSI extreme scan, and I was waiting. I saw it bounce here. I was waiting for it to go back and tap the 9, but it didn't. So I got in 200 shares. No, 300 shares. I got in 300, and I would have added, but had it retest, I would have added 200 shares. I wouldn't have mind being in this 500 shares, but I didn't. It didn't give me a chance to add. So I got in here and I covered my first one. Let's see. I covered 150 shares right here at 29, between 29.47 and 29.50. That's when these orders went through. Then I got I covered here at 29.29. That's when I got out. And the reason why I got out, it looked like it was about to bounce. And I was looking at my Thinkorswim chart, and this was starting to trade outside of the lower deviation band. And whenever these trade outside the lower deviation band, a move like this is going to come. It's going to try to bounce a little bit. And that's exactly what happened. But I could have let it go and got a little bit more out of it, probably about 20 more cents. But I didn't. I took the meat of the move, and I'm happy with that. So that was a nice, 112.16. Just add it to the 200 that we did make. Made out for a great week, a great day. And this was a trend continuation trade. It just didn't go back and test the 9. So I had to take it. Now, ordinarily, I don't like shorting into support, but this stock was very weak. The market was selling off, and I felt it was worth the risk. Plus, I already had in my mind that I would add if it bounced here and tested the 9. But it looked very weak. Everything about it just looked very weak. All right, so MNK. This was another trade I took today, and this was a trend continuation trade as well. Now here I got in here early, 44.88, and I ended up getting stopped out. Unfortunately, I didn't give it enough room. I was being a little bit too conservative, and it went up and pretty much hit my stop to the penny, and then it started to work. So, I didn't get mad about that. I went ahead. This was a $50 hit. I got back in under the 9 again, and I took the move down. So I got the meat of this move here. So I got in here, covered some here at I got in at 44.82, covered some 44.50, the rest at 44.10. And then this one, I got in right under the 9 again. Now I could have gotten in here, but I didn't. I was at lunch and I didn't want to, mess with that. So I shorted here. I got in at 44.82. I only took 200 shares, and I covered some here 44.50. I was looking for a carbon copy of this move, but we didn't get the follow through down to 44 this time. Ended up pulling back, and I got out at break even, 44.82. So with the stop out, we cleared $92. That wasn't bad. So this could have been an easy $130, $140 trade had I not gotten stopped out. But I know that I had this too tight. I know I did. But I had to live with that and come in. This was just a mistake of mine. All right, so the last trade I took today was a mobile trade because I don't have much sense. I got in. I was trying to catch the late day fade on Netflix. This is where I should have gotten in, but I missed that move, and so I got in on this rejection here, and I held it, and it finally hit my stop. This was just an automated trade. I got in, meaning it's automated. I did it mobile, so I got in. I put in a hard stop, and I put in my profit target for my whole 100 shares. This was the second leg. This would have been the first leg, and then this would have been the second leg. So I just traded the second leg. I waited for the pullback, the rejection here. The 2-minute confirmed it that we were rejecting, and I got in. And yeah, it kind of traded a little crazy, but we did get the move down that I wanted. Really could have set it close to 142, but I was just trying to get the meat of the move. My plan was from here to here and then from here to here. So I missed the first one. I took the second one, caught the meat of the move, and that's a solid trade. So at the end of the day, our realized gains before commissions 549.44. But after commissions, we've got 414.24. Now I'm gonna get $25 back. I get $1 back per ticket at the end of the day. So you'll see tomorrow, we see it 414.24. Tomorrow you should see it at 439.24. I should get $25 back, $1 for each ticket. Because the discount in the commissions that I get, it only goes through at night. During the day on the platform, it's going to have a regular $4.95. But at night, you'll see, and I think I've shown you a couple times on my iBoss things from the day before, where it charges me $3.95 versus $4.95. So this will be right at $440 a day, and not bad. I did 80 yesterday, so and Monday and Tuesday we got 5 in the bank already, and we just have to keep trading smart. Look for the base hits, and a lot of times the base hits will turn into doubles, sometimes triples, sometimes they'll turn into home runs. But we search for the base hits, and that's my thing. I look for higher price stocks with a little bit higher float that gives me more consistent and define moves. I'm not looking for a stock to pop up and down and run around. I'm looking for slow moving, trend following stocks that's going to give me, 40 or 50 cent moves on my first cover because I'm trading with smaller share size. And now we're bumping it up every month, but we have to stay, you know, we have to stay within our our comfort zone. Okay, we have to build our comfort zone. Now, you have other professional traders that teach. You need to have, you don't need to go in with just the same share size in every trade. Well, once you learn how to trade, no, you probably don't want to do that because you'll be beyond that. You would have developed into a different trader. But when you're learning and you're growing and you're trying to develop the skill, the easiest thing for you to do is to trade in 100, 200, 300 share lots based on the price of the stock so that you can give it the room to work. And what you're doing is you're learning how to manage your trade. And say I gave this trade 50 cents, but it might not have needed 50 cents. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm learning that, some of these stocks I really don't have to give 50-cent stop to. I can give it 25 cents, which means I can double my position size. You start thinking that way once you get the skill that you need and you get comfortable reading the charts, reading the price action. But until then, you need to stick to trading small sizes. Because why would you go from 100 shares to 500 shares just because you have a good setup? What's going to happen is if you're not comfortable with 500 shares trading your own money, you're going to have a meltdown. And it's not going to be pretty. So you want to make sure that when you start trading 500 shares, that you're comfortable trading 500 shares. You trade 1,000 shares, you're comfortable trading 1,000 shares. And the only way to do that is to start small. And I'm going to say it like I say it all the time. If you cannot make $50 a day consistently, there's no way in hell you're going to make $200 a day consistently. Because you got to be able to make a little bit of money first. You're not going to go from being red every day to automatically making $200. There's a process that you have to follow. And that process is what I teach in that class, in my day trading class. It's the process that I use to grow. When you learn how to write in school, when you learn how to read in school, there was a process. Your teacher didn't give you a book and told you, here, read this, figure it out. You had to learn what the sounds of each letter. You had to learn it. Then you had to learn how to put them together and sound them together. Trading is the same way, guys. It is. And the people that don't think it and don't look at it that way and don't figure it out, those are the 90+% that don't make it. And I'm telling you, it's more than 90%. At this point right now, it's more than 90% that don't make it in trading. I think they came up with that number to try to sell stuff at one point, but I'm telling you, I see it every day. It's more than 90%. And it's all because people do not pay attention to what's needed in their learning. They don't know what it takes to get to the next level. You have to put your energy and effort behind the right process. If not, you're never going to get out of your way. Now, yeah, eventually somebody with a pen and pencil may learn and may teach themselves how to write. But how much longer is it going to be for them to learn? And then when they do, it's probably not going to be clean. So you got to think about these things. So that's it for me today. I'm tired of I'm sorry for preaching, but if you want to get in touch with me, here's all of my info. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. If you need to email me, ed@averagejoetrader.com. That's the one I monitor all day. My Gmail, I get to that at the end of the day. Pretty much. Sometimes I watch it at lunch, but for the most part, if you want to catch me, the ed@averagejoetrader.com is gonna be the email to catch me at. So that's it. I hope everybody have a great evening, a great night. I'm gonna take a nap here and sit back. There's no basketball games to watch tonight, so well maybe the NIT. There may be a couple of NIT games. We'll see. But I'm a March Madness kind of guy, so that's where you'll find me in March watching these basketball games. All right, guys. So have a good one, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. If you're not a member of my chat, please come to the um, Sneak Peek Wednesday. Go to my website and click on it. It'll take you right there. All you have to do is log in. Shouldn't be any type of registration anymore. All right. So see ya.